Hello, darlings. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you're another YouTuber, let me know down in the comments and I will sub you back. Now, I hope y'all are going to have a very merry holiday season. Hello, darlings. It's Brandy here. Today, we are going to get into this Rosalind gray, white, black set. But first, it's shameless promotion time! Here's a look at our Zodiac stickers. Each sheet has every sign on it, and each sheet is its own individual style and colors. So, you get a few sheets and we're talking multiple sets there, right? And there's just so many different cute and then more like indigenous or more abstract. I mean, there's just so many different types and colors. You cannot lose with these, let me tell you. So please go check these out. Of course, they are on the website. The link will be in the description box down below. We also have these really cute kawaii, the UFO spaceship thing, and the astronaut. We have some Aurora Karomi, super cute. And we have these crescent moons with the face in them. So we have so much stuff for galaxy, universe, woman power, okay? No shade to the men, but yes, woman power. It is coming. I will be bringing some of the esotericness of my life out to you guys, but do not worry, we are still a nail channel. We will be a nail channel, so don't sweat it, but hopefully, there will be people who are open to what I have to say and what I believe and what I think. Don't forget to use your ambassador codes KF10, ShreeBaby10, or Sassy10 to save yourself 10% on your entire order, and that includes anything on sale, the advent calendars, and everything on the website. So if you want to save yourself some coin and, bring down the cost of the advent calendar a little bit so it's affordable, then definitely use those codes. Now let us get on to this very beginner-friendly video. Okay, here's this awesome set from Rosalind Gel Polish. It comes with 10 colors, a base coat, and a top coat for $11.19, and there is a coupon. I will add it again at the bottom of the screen, but first we need to check out the little paper that they put in there, and basically it gives you step-by-step with notes and pictures how to apply the gel polish, how to remove it, different nail art styles and techniques, and troubleshooting questions on the back. So that is that. I do always check out the base coat and the top coat just to check out the consistency, see if there's any kind of weird smell or anything like that going on. And the base coat isn't as thick as some, but that's okay. It's all personal preference, I think, when it comes to that. And the top coat smells and looks normal. So we're just going to go through all of these numbers and colors really quick. I wanted to show everything, but y'all, I am tired of Skittle Manis. I'm sorry. I know I like the swatching to be separate, right? So I figured, oh, doing Skittle Manis will make sure that I get to show everything, but it's not as boring as swatching, right? So now it's kind of getting as boring as swatching. So I'm running through the colors in the beginning like I always do, and then I picked a couple that I wanted to use, of course, to use with our universe products, and it's an easy set, very beginner friendly, and just came out stunning for the simplicity. So you don't have to do all these fancy, crazy, been doing nails for 20 years type shit to produce beautiful nails. Now, I know as you're looking at these, a lot of them look similar, and there are 3 grays or so that are kind of close, but with everything else that's in here, it's a good set. It's a great set, especially for winter. You got that bright blue popping over there, so that's a little extra, but your bitch is a little extra, so we don't got to worry about that. Now this glitter is like multi-size glitter, so there's like chunky hexies and then like smaller fine glitter in there. And this we are going to be using is a black polish with a silver glitter. And then we have this beautiful, beautiful like gunmetal color, and it's semi-translucent. I'm a big fan of semi-translucent. I don't care what time of year it is. In fact, I think it's more striking in the darker colors. So here's everything painted, top coated, and all that. And like I said, that one has multiple shapes of silver hollow glitter. The one in the middle is the gunmetal I was talking about. But as you can, yeah, I was loving it. You can see it better upside down, how semi-translucent that is. And all of these are 2 coats on the ones on the stand. I mean, I do 2 coats, you know, in the video, like the set that I'm going to use anyway. But like I said, I wanted to do something that was kind of striking, fairly easy, that everybody could do. And that's what I decided. So I am going to do the first coat of the nails and then skip the second for the most part. Because, you know, it gets kind of boring. But they are very, very creamy. The gray could go in one coat as well as the other one, the glitter one. But I really went double coat on these just to be sure. I find, like, myself personally, when I'm painting a nail, the end that I start on ends up with less product than, like, if I start at the top of the nail, it'll end up with less product than the bottom of the nail. So that's easy to fix as a person with doing press-ons, because you could just, you know, flip the thing around and you don't have to worry about pooling or like anything like that. So it makes it a lot easier to be working on press-ons. So, but y'all know this whole time my channel has always been on press-ons, about press-ons, way before COVID and all of that. So anyways, the fuzzies, y'all, the fuzzies drive me crazy. I actually filmed the videos back to back though, so I think that might have something to do with it. Because I was having fuzzy issues in the last video too. It just happens. I mean, it's kind of like knocking over a tray of stones, or like spilling glitter, knock on wood. It's just something that, you know, you have to deal with. So now I'm going to be going in, oh, with the gray again. I forgot one more gray nail. But I do like the contrast between the two. That's why I picked them. And I wanted to use that black with silver glitter as kind of like a night sky thing going on. It's not a full galaxy nail or anything like that. It just really, I was loving it. I was loving it. Oh, and of course the links for this will be in the description box, along with the coupon code, so you can copy and paste if you're interested. And it's only, the code is only for this particular set. I believe you can get any set of colors. Not positive, but hold on one second. You know, I was gonna erase that, and then I was like, fuck it, I'll just leave it in, like, you know, like I have to say, wait a minute in the video. This set is actually called Z-White Black. I was calling it the gray and black series. So just so that you don't get confused, I wanted to put that there. And of course, you know, the price again. And like I said, the link and the code will be in the description box down below. Now look at that beautiful, beautiful, oh, black, right? And it's still semi-translucent. As you could see, I had to clean off that little bit of a blob that got underneath. That's a big thing too with like jelly or semi-translucent polishes. You need to pay attention to the underside because it will show through, and you don't want it to be just a messy mess, right? Now I decided to make these double coated as well, because the V French that we're going for is going to need 2 coats. So I didn't want to leave these as one and then, you know, have the French nails be darker. So we are using our striping brush. It should be a liner brush, but the striping brush is my favorite so far, so that's what we're using. So I'm going to take some of the black polish with the glitter and put it on the side there, and that's basically just to draw the V lines and to maybe straighten them out if necessary. To put the bulk of the polish on the nail, you're going to use the brush in the bottle. I know you see like on Instagram and TikTok how people just fill that in with the liner brush or whatever they're using. I don't go for that. I don't, because it ends up splaying your brushes and then they're out of shape, right? And they're not like these fancy nylon ones that will bounce back, you know, they just end up being a hot mess. So the way I do my Frenches is I put a dot in the top center, or not the top center, but the center of the nail as high as I want to go, or maybe even a little bit higher, so that if those lines are uneven or bumpy or what may have you, you can go a bit lower and not have to worry about it looking like off balance or weird. Because even these are a little low for me, but I really wanted to get a bunch of that black on there, you know, to get that kaboom of sparkle and shine. And yes, I know it's easier for me to turn the thing around than it is to do it on someone's hands, but gotta start somewhere, right? So like I was explaining before, wherever I start on the nail, there's less product on it. So like if I'm doing a French like that, I'm sorry, it's a little out of the screen. I'm just trying to fix up with my handy dandy silicone tool, that little bumpiness going on there, like just not quite even. And then of course I just took too much off. So, you know, it's a little fussy, Frenches are, especially for me. If I don't do them like often, then I end up having a little bit of trouble like this. But again, practice makes perfect, right? And it's great for beginners. So when you are using the silicone tool, please dip it in either rubbing alcohol or polygel slip solution, something like that, before you try to fix anything on the nail, because it won't slide, it'll just stutter and it'll be a hot mess. So now with this one, I started way too low, so I had to wipe it off and start again, because yeah, that was way too low. For me personally, I find with the double XL nails especially, I feel like there needs to be a balance between the top and the bottom of the nail. For me, if I try to do a French that is very, very more towards the bottom, it looks like it's bottom heavy to me. Like it just doesn't look right. And see, already I'm not happy with it, and I'm trying to clean it up, and I should have just wiped it all the way off, which I think I'm doing right now, and starting again. So if you're new at this, do not be frustrated with yourself if it takes more than one time to do anything, because it just takes time. It just does. I'm, like I said, I know there's people out there that, you know, are like boom, 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 nails done, but that's not me. That's not anybody that I know. You know, I mean, the more you practice, the quicker it gets, right? And the better you get at it. I've found the only way for me to stay sane-ish, because you know I'm not really, right? But anyways, as far as nail talent and everything like that goes, though, seriously, I try to only judge myself against my past self, because, you know, people that have been doing it a long time, yeah, they're gonna have these awesome freaking, you know, amazing nails, or like those super long Russian nails that like they're so beautiful, but like I can't even imagine creating them, right? As long as I'm doing better, I'm happy. Okay, so now we are on to the striping tape. Now when I first started, there were 3 things that I hated, and couldn't do. The first is acrylic. Still not great at it. Second was stamping. Knock on wood, figured that out, because who knows, they might change something, right? And third was striping tape. Now, what nobody tells new people is use as much tape as you need. It's so freaking cheap. So you want to string out the tape and then have like one hand on one side, the other on the roll, and then place it where you'd like it on the nail. And you can fix it because it's not like it's super stuck there. And then when you get it in the right position, you don't want to cut exactly where it's at. You want to cut just a little bit under so that it'll fit. I'm sorry that this is not in screen, but I hope the rest of them are. But I took my gloves off for this because the striping tape ends up sticking to my gloves and it's a hot ass mess, right? So we're going to put this over the V to make it more even, to clean up those mushy edges, because sometimes you'll do it and while you're painting it, it looks straight, right? And then when you get it and you're about to top coat it, you're like, that is not in the right place. This is an easy way to fix that, easy and cheap. You can put rhinestones and charms and all that kind of stuff to line it as well. But I wanted to take out the silver striping tape, the mirror kind, not the hollow. And this is the thinnest one, the 1mm. So I didn't need to correct a lot. But you could use the thicker ones if that is, it's up to you. Everybody has preference. So once you get it on there and it looks good, I'm pushing the nail actually back onto the stand. I'm not even pushing the tape. But yeah, I was checking the tape at the end because sometimes you don't quite cut it right, but you can file the edge off if necessary, and that will give you that even, clean look. So what I'm doing here, like I said, is I stretched it out, put it to the diagonal of what I wanted, got it in place, and now I'm taking my little scissors, and of course I'm not going to show when I cut it again. Great. I was so focused on getting it straight that I didn't even notice I was out of frame. Duh. Okay, so we will do the other side now, and it's the same thing. You want to make sure that, yeah, whatever way is comfortable for you. If you're using press-ons, turn the nail that way. And then, like I said, you just stretch it out, put it where you'd like it. Make sure it's stuck for the most part. Now you're going to want to cut it so that it's a little bit under where you think you should cut it, and that usually ends up making it perfect. But if it's a little too long, you can go back and cut it again. If you do have cute curved scissors like this, you want to make sure that the rounded part of the curved end is the way that you cut. Like if you try to flip it the other way, it's not going to cut right, and the length of it will be off. If you're still watching this video, please hit the like button. Let your girl know you were here. Leave a comment. If you weren't subscribed already, please subscribe and hit that bell. Otherwise, you will miss future uploads because that's how YouTube works. It is not small creator friendly. So every share, sub, bell, like, even dislike, comments, positive or negative, that's what Instagram, that's what YouTube wants to see. Instagram too, I'm sure, but we're focused on YouTube at the moment. So it is a cheap, easy, and free way to support any YouTuber, not just me, anybody that you might watch. I mean, hitting the like button is so easy, so fast, and still, even other YouTubers don't do it. I forget sometimes, and I don't mean to. So anyways, all of that really helps YouTube present small creators to larger creators. So yeah, that's that. Please and thank you. Now here I am just finishing up the last of the striping tape, which this one I think actually was in screen and was the best one, but that's all right. I'm just hoping that you can see what I mean, and you will see close up at the end exactly, what looks like what. Now, you are going to want to top coat all these to make sure that this tape doesn't move, shift, come off, etc. I was going to leave that in, but this video is actually a little long for one of my videos, so we are going to skip that and then just get right to the decoration, which is very short, very easy, and is using some of our products. Alright y'all, we are down to the decorating, and yes, I top coated these before I am putting the charms on. Now with the cat in the moon one, any charm that is open like that, if you're using this non-sticky glue stuff, like the solid nail tip glue, you want to be careful that you have it just where it needs to connect to the nail, because if it ends up like splishing out over the sides, you have to like top coat it or get it off before you I was gonna say charge it before you put it in the lamp. Because, well, with these you can just top coat over them, but that was not my plan, so I am being very, very picky about where I am putting the nail glue. So I get it right on there. Look at that, beautiful, easy, quick, and ta-da! You know, a regular easy peasy mani becomes marvelous, right? With 2 charms. So this one, the shooting star charm, it is not flat backed. It can flip to either side, and each side has, you know, each side looks the same. So using the sticky glue for this, or the non-sticky glue, you know what I'm talking about, is a great idea. Because you can use the regular drill gel glue and it will stay, but you might have to deal with some slipping and sliding because it is a little bit heavy. So here are the nails done. Oh, and one more little thing too. If you are using that glue, I keep forgetting to put it in the lamp, right? Because usually I'll film one day and then I'll edit, you know, the next day or the day after, depending, you know, on my schedule, right? So like the Madame Glam set with the big gems on it, I actually did the set, you know, went, did housework, whatever. Right when I was getting ready to do the watch time stuff, I look over and all the gems had slid off the damn nails. And I'm like, what the fuck? Right? So I pick them up and I see, you know, my room was kind of warm because, you know, with the heat being on and everything, right? So I fix them, put them on there, but don't put them in the lamp, right? So when I wake up in the morning, they fell off again. So if you are using that stuff, please remember to put it in the lamp, because otherwise it's just going to slide off and make a hot ass mess. But as a YouTuber, if you would like to use heavy charms and something like that again, that is a good way to go about it because it does clean up easily. So the preference is yours, but yes, I would definitely put those in the lamp. Okay, so the links for this set and the coupon code that is only usable with this set will be in the description box down below, as well as the website, advent calendar, all the universe stuff, and of course we have Christmas stuff coming right after Thanksgiving, so you will have that as well. But the advent calendar is where it's at, okay? There are exclusive charms and everything in there. Don't forget to use those ambassador codes KF10, SherieBaby10, or Sassy10 to save yourself 10%. That's on everything on the website, okay? Everything that's on sale, everything 10% off. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube-y stuff, and I think that's about it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a marvelous day, and thanks again. Mwah.